Hello, and welcome back to 2 Minutes on Books with Patrice. Do you believe that July is over? I can hardly believe it. Time is really flying by. But I just wanted to come on and let you know what I read in July. Maybe something that I read and thought was fantastic. Maybe it would spark something in you to want to get the book and read it as well. So that's what it's all about. We are um, growing each other's TBRs. That's what it's about, right? So I had a very good reading month. And let's get started. The first book is The Divine Proverb of Streusel by Sarah Brunsvold. I read this with Rachel, and we absolutely love this book. This is Christian fiction, and we thought it was very good. I gave it 5 stars. I think she gave it maybe 4 or 4.5, something like that. The characters were great. The storyline was great. It's almost like these people in this book were your friends or your acquaintances, like you knew of them, like they were your neighbors. Um, and there are German recipes in this book that who knows, I might try. But anyway, if you're into this kind of thing, I highly recommend this. And I might pass this on to my best friend. I'm sure she would enjoy it as well. Okay, so the next book was also a buddy read. I read this book with Melinda, and I will link her channel below. We read Last Seen by Judith Geisberg, The Enduring Search for Formerly Enslaved People to Find Their Lost Families. So, as we know, slave owners sold families, to different places, different states. And so when slavery was over, um, people wanted to know what happened to their loved ones. You know, where is their husband? Where it happened to their children? And so a lot of them, some of it was word of mouth. They tried to pass messages on, but also they put ads in newspapers. They put ads in black newspapers. They put ads in white newspapers, and it didn't always pan out the way that they wanted it to pan out. And so this is a heartbreaking book. There are some good stories in here, but the thing that was really sad as far as the author is concerned to me is that some of these stories you don't know what the ending was. You don't know if these people ever found their loved ones, or if generations later people found out what happened to their ancestors. We just don't know. It's just not available. So, but the author did a very good job. Look at all my tabs. I highly recommend this book. Some people look for books for Black History Month. I recommend this. It is really good. Okay, the next book is also a buddy read. I read The Correspondent by Virginia Evans with Heidi, Doris, and Karen, and we absolutely loved this book. If you haven't read The Correspondent, please do. I listened on audio along with reading the book, and it was fantastic. A movie is going to be made of the book, and Jane Fonda is going to play the lead character. So I'm looking forward to seeing how they're going to pull that off. But if you haven't read it yet, please do. That was a 5-star read for me. Then this buddy read started in June. I read Alan Turing, The Enigma by Andrew Hodges with Lukács, and it carried over into July. This is a chunkster, and it's a very intellectual read. A lot of this book went over our heads. Me more so than Lukács. Lukács has a PhD, and he's a professor, and so he understood a little more than I did. But yeah, it's a very intellectual book, and Lukács doesn't really give ratings on books, but he said that he agrees with me. It's about a three stars. We did learn a lot about Alan Turing, but it was a struggle. I told him if I didn't have a buddy reader, I probably would have DNF'd this book. But I will be counting it towards the 12 Lives Challenge, 12 biographies read this year. I think this is number 6 or 7. Okay, and back in April, I started reading this book for People April, and I didn't get very far because I was in the middle of Book 2 Prize reading, and then I had a lot of buddy reads, and so I finally finished Unread by Oliver James, and I reached out to the author and told him that I was going to do a separate video um, reviewing his book. What a story! What a story! This is a memoir of learning and loving to read on TikTok, and so I will rate that in a separate video. But it was good. So that is my reading for July. I did start 4 books near the end of July, and I'm going to carry them over into August. So I will talk about those when I upload my video about my August reading. So let me know below if you have read any of these books, interested in reading any of these books, and what really stuck out to you in your July reading. Until next time, thanks for watching.